Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Bay of Funny Fortunes. I'm Natalie. I'm an empath and intuitive card reader. I'm here this evening to do the weekly reading for the week of March 13th through to the 19th for Gemini, the twins. All right, let's begin. I've already cleansed my cards. I have my candle going from intuitivecandles.com. Fundy Breeze. Check them out. There's a reveal at the bottom of the candle once the wax melts off. And the candle I'm burning now, was my reveal. It's a beautiful sunstone. It's absolutely fantastic. I'll be using this as my pendulum. My second one, or my second candle, was a rose quartz. Absolutely gorgeous. And my very first one, which is very, very special to me, is my aventurine. These are all good quality minerals and stones as well. All right, so I'm going to get right in here. And the first card that I pulled for you for your weekly reading, Gemini, Judgment. It's all about self-reflection. Second card that I pulled for you is the Hermit. He's all about contemplation. And the third card is the Angel of the Ocean. She's all about healing. Fourth card is the Nine of Wands. It's all about defense. The fifth card is the Six of Pentacles. It's all about generosity. And the sixth card is the King of Pentacles, all about trust, Gemini. And the seventh card, the final card in this weekly reading, the Magician. He's all about manifestation. It's a wonderful card to have. It's always good to see him show up. All right, so very first card, Gemini. Self-reflection and judgment. So when this card shows up, it's here to tell you that it's time to revisit your past for some of you. This is a general reading. This reading may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. Start taking stock before making any big moves. Take stock of where you've come from and of where you're at before you make any changes, before you cross any bridges, before you do any alterations in your personal life. You may muse on happier times while you're doing this as well. That may give you a bit of nostalgia, a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit of melancholy, making you feel it's kind of bittersweet. The memories are all good memories. You find yourself wishing you could go back and maybe do it again. You may discover some unfinished business while you're doing this as well. A light bulb moment may go off for some of you on this day. Wow, I'd forgotten about that, and I have to check it out now. I have to investigate. I have to find out what's going on. I missed something here, and it's something important. I just know it is. This has to do with following up on an old friend. There was a time you were waiting to see something unfold with them and you never got to see the final result. You're going to go back to look for that. For some reason, that's important to you. So you may, like I say, that's unfinished business. You may end up visiting, going out of your way to visit someone from the past. To visit somebody from the past to find answers to some questions that you need to be filled. Part of it is just natural curiosity. Another part of it is something personal to you. You're wanting to do some catching up on somebody that you used to know from your past, and you're wondering where they are today. So you may go visit a mutual friend or somebody you figure that's going to be able to give you those answers. So, the card is here to tell you as well, if you did the right thing in the past, if you acted fairly in a certain situation, this is coming to the forefront now, and it may serve you well in your now. Something that's happened before. I'm not picking up on exactly what that is, but this is also a card, excuse me. Oh, my brain's lacking oxygen. Another meaning of this card is a spiritual connection to another person. Linking with those even within your spirit guides, angels and loved ones as well. You could be feeling that somebody that's passed on, or maybe it is a spirit guide or an angel, but I'm feeling somebody that's passed on. You're feeling an otherworldly connection with them right now. So maybe it's them that's walking with you and sitting by you and watching over you. You know they're there, and you can feel their presence very, very strongly. You can even put it out there and speak to them. And in their own way, they can answer you. Don't be surprised by that. Just go ahead and try it. The person from the past as well. You're thinking about there's somebody, it may not be the same person, somebody that you may have not treated so fairly in the past. You may have jumped the gun. Um, you may have cut them out of your life a bit too soon. So you're thinking about, I want to go back and I want to see if I can give them a second chance, or give us this second chance. Don't be too hard on yourself about that. We all make calls when we see fit and what we think is appropriate, and maybe, a couple years or a lifetime down the road, realize that, what, maybe I didn't do the right thing. Maybe it wasn't the right way to go. Don't feel guilty about that, and don't be too hard on yourself about that. You made the call as you seen fit at that time, so allow yourself to forgive yourself. Accept it, move on. You're not perfect. Keywords are guilt, second chances, spirituality, and memories floating to the forefront on the week of the 13th. Second card is the Hermit, all about contemplation, going off to your little hidey hole somewhere and taking time to think, taking a walk into the forest. This card is telling you this week is going to be an important time for quiet as well. Reflection, a lot of self-reflection, to study and absorb the things that have happened lately. Welcome this retreat rather than feel lonely. You can be alone without feeling lonely. You don't need to feel that way. Don't be afraid to feel that. You need to spend time with just you, yourself, and you. Just that simple. To get to know yourself. Well, how can you know yourself if you're never alone with your own thoughts? This is important at this time. Know that your inner light will guide you. Have trust in the universe. Have trust in yourself, in your own sixth sense, your own intuition. These things are all going to be really, really the things that drive you. You're going to feel something pushing you and driving you. You're not sure what it is. It's coming from within yourself. Also know that if you are alone at this time, that you're not going to be alone forever. But for those people in your life that overwhelm you, and they, not necessarily negative people, they can be negative people, but on the other side of that, they can be just people that overwhelm you. That you can have that neighbor or relative, if they're down the road or whatever, and they come around a lot. And when you do, you inwardly groan and say, "Oh my love, there goes my day." They're exhausting and they're draining, and they never know when to stop talking, and they never know when to stop crying. And every time at the end of the visit, or the end of the meeting with this person, you come out and you're drained and you're done for the day. And you just groan inwardly. It's almost funny. It's not, but it is. I'm just seeing the comical side of that situation. Some people, they can be endearing to us, but in small doses, please. Just in small doses. They're okay in small doses, but any more than that, they're overwhelming you. Try to put a little bit of distance between yourself and those people in your life. Don't resist, I said, as being alone. It's going to be good for you. It's going to be a time of healing, of contemplation, and finding the answers that maybe you're looking for within your relationships or job changes or life itself in general right now. Know yourself on a whole new, deeper level that you've never gone. Don't be afraid to go there. It's not as bad as you think it's going to be. Your keywords are thoughts and retreat, inner journeys, and self-reflection and contemplation. Third card is the Angel of the Ocean. She's all about healing. She's a beauty. You see that there? That's the infinity symbol, the sideways 8, holding both her cups up and looking above to the heavens, asking for her cups to be filled. And you can see the rays of light behind her. Spirit is present within her. She's the Angel of the Ocean. Because she holds the infinity and the 8, it shows her purpose is to bring harmony. Oh, I don't know why I'm yawning, because I'm not tired. I had a 3-hour nap a while ago. I am not tired. I'm just no lack of oxygen to the brain, and I'm back and talkwards. says you're closest to your subconscious mind when you talk backwards. Okay. Um, this card is showing up because she's bringing emotional healing, and she's bringing insight, and that's her whole purpose. Um, Physical and spiritual aspects of your life will be pulled to the forefront at this time. She's also the peacekeeper, and she's here to heal past traumas as well, Gemini. Balance your mind, your body, and your finances. That's what your aim should be. Maybe put it at the forefront of your to-do list for the week of the 13th to the 19th. It'd be probably one of the best things. Make it a priority right now. The angel is here to guide you and guide you through any stressful times that are going to come up through the week. Know that you can relax and lean back on her. The infinity symbol's there. It is a healing symbol, and it is there to I'm hearing there forever for them. If it's there forever for Gemini, they'll always have her to fall back on. In the infinity symbol, you'll always have that. You can trust that some things are going to be everlasting in your life, and they are things that you want to be everlasting in your life. Believe and work a little bit of magic if you have to. Reconcile any opposites. Try to work at putting more peace in your life. So any disturbances or any confrontations or any outs that you may be with other people, now's the time to maybe try to put your foot forward, stretch a hand out, and try to clear these things up. It's the best thing you can do for yourself in the longer run. Forgive other people for yourself, not for them, but for yourself and your own peace of mind. This is a good time to be getting things done as well. You're going to find that you're going to have a little bit of extra oomph behind you. You're really wanting to clear some things up and get them done. Your keywords are balance and patience, flow, angels, and finances as well. Your next card is the Nine of Wands. It's all about defense. Some of you are feeling on the defense for decisions that you've made. Not everybody's priorities are the same. Not everybody's convictions are the same, but you find yourself being on the defense because you've taken a stand on something. And here's the thing that's really going to be upsetting to you is the people closest to you that are making you feel defensive about the choices that you're making and the things that you're doing. But you know in your gut this is the right thing. They don't know that. They're not in your gut. They're not your second sight. They're not in your intuition. You know that. You're going to have to ask some people, please have faith in my decisions and in my own judgment about my own life. Please back up, take a few steps back, give me my personal space at arm's length. I only want to hear from you on this subject if I ask your opinion. I don't need it because I know what I'm doing right now. So that's a really good card to have. Yes, big time defense, big time. Some may say you're being too rigid and you're being too protective. That's not the case at all. You know what you're doing. Follow your heart. Follow your gut. The next card is the Six of Pentacles. And this is all about generosity. This is a really good money card for you as well. The keywords are finances and gifts, balance, help, compassion, humility, and protection. You're going to be looking at a way of protecting your job, which protects your finances, which that's all good. So the advice is to receive gifts with thanks and with grace as well. If giving to others, enjoy it. The gift of giving is in itself is its own reward. Don't look for payback from the universe. Don't look for payback from that person. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But if you see a need, move right in for the kill and fill that need. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing to be doing. Some of you may receive a gift of money or a token of love or friendship and support. If it is a gift of money and you are the recipient, this is feel-good money. I had this the other day on one of the monthlies for March, and it's basically somebody sees that you've been wanting something for a long, long, long time, and they're in a position to help you get it now. For some of you, it could be a trip, to Cuba or Bermuda or Bahamas for, and they see that you need the break and then you need that retreat. They're going to step forward and they're going to give it to you. This is feel-good money. Something just for you, not for the house, not for your bills, no car payments, no mortgage payments or rent payments or any of that. This is just for you. For some, it could be something as simple as a wardrobe. Somebody's lost a lot of weight and they're getting into shape. And now they need a whole new wardrobe. And if somebody is going to step up and say, go shopping, have fun with it. This is what it's all about. Yes, there's a lot of support there right now from from friends as well. They're really, really there for you. It's a good card. Next card is the King of Pentacles. And he's all about trust. Pentacles we got here. Okay, that's just the two. All right. This is all about trust. This is a man who is ambitious and he's trustworthy. And he's very protective of those that are under his umbrella of life. Very, very protective. He commits to a project and relationships and sees them through right to the very, very end. He's not one to change his mind or you know, his footsteps midstream and go way off in left field with no warning. He isn't like that. This guy, you can depend on him. This is somebody that's really, 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 you want somebody like, we all want somebody like this in our corner, somebody that we can turn to, our go-to person when we need reassurance and we need to feel stability, and when we need advice, when we need a good listener, somebody that's just going to sit and listen and not judge us. And if we want advice, he will give it to you. He'll do the best he can. And sometimes as well, this is the you card, Gemini. This could be you as well. It could represent your generosity and your love that you're there to offer to others. Share your gains with those that you love as well. The card is advising that. Protect what's yours. Helping those that are on their way up the ladder, reaching down and helping them up and showing them the way. You can become mentor to a lot of different people in your life, not just on the job, but other ways as well. Children can look up to you. You know, children that are relatives. If you're a teacher within the teaching, within the educational system, the same thing. Putting in the extracurricular hours for free, as most teachers do, on their own time. They don't get paid for that, but you feel it's part of your duty as a teacher and of life, an educational teacher, that is part of your responsibility, paid or not, to reach down and go beyond what is expected of you, go beyond the call of duty. You feel that the two go hand in hand, that you don't turn off your giving nature when the clock strikes 3 p.m. every day. You continue that on through your day and even in through your evening with your family and your life. You're a very, very giving person. This is for some of you. Okay. Keywords are money and protection, power, loyalty, stability, leadership, and commitment. And your last card in this reading is the Magician. He's all about manifestation. And he always asks, what do you think that you can do? What do you think that you can make happen? What do you think you're capable of? You'll be facing these questions on this Sunday, the 19th. So he's the commander of the deep. Don't forget that. All the tools of the trade are going to be right there for you. Your cups, your wands, your swords, and your pentacles. So for now, conditions, he's here to tell you conditions right now are perfect to take action, to have your talents and your resources as well attract what it is that you want. So if you put out the bait, you know, there will be bites and you'll be able to leave a trail, and karma and fate's going to follow that trail. It's going to be good for you. From business enterprises to relationships as well. You're in the creative flow of life. Some of you are looking to add a new dimension to your personal relationships, your romantic ones, your marriage, your, you know, this kind of a thing, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, boyfriend, whatever that be. You're wanting to add a new dimension. You're wanting to keep things fresh and alive, and you will. This Sunday will be on an area of contemplation, even though he's a magician. And we got the card of contemplation earlier. You're going to be feeling it on this Sunday. You're going to spend that day devoting time to new ideas, to new plans, drawing up new plans, you're looking in so many areas of your life to spiff things up, to add more color to your life, literally and metaphorically as well. When he appears also in the reading, the magician appears in the reading, communications will speed up as well. They'll be faster, quicker, snap, 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 no waiting around. At this time, things are going to come very easily and very quickly to you. Support as well is there for you as well. That comes quite easily. Take action, and once you do, instead of just thinking about it and planning it out, take real action And when you do, you will find success. Your keywords in your enterprises, communications, energy, money, travel, and support. And that, dear Gemini, was your reading for March 13th through to the 19th. I hope this resonated with some of you. I hope it rang true. If you find you want a personal reading, please look below in the description and more area. You'll find that I do offer the service for private readings that is just meant just for you. Read through that once. Ship me off an email to my personal email. It's right there in the information. For those of you new to YouTube, subscriptions are free within the tarot reading community. General readings are free. Subscriptions are free. You'll be notified if you click that little red button right there. If you'll be notified anytime Bay of Fundy Fortunes posts anything new, and you can find Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Blogspot, Twitter, Google, and underneath Bay of Fundy Fortunes on Facebook as well. And we play around in there a little bit, stuff that you won't see here on YouTube. You're more than welcome to join us. To my subscribers, thank you so much for building a solid foundation. We the counter on the subscribers count turned over today. Yay. So I'm real happy about that. Channel's growing very, very well, and now we're up into a brand new number, and I'm really going to enjoy watching that hit the next one when the counter will turn over again. You guys are the seabed that holds the body of water, which is that of the Bay of Fundy, the highest tides in the world, and that's how I see you guys. The solid foundation beneath the channel. So that's it for now. I will say goodnight and goodbye. And from my heart to yours, enjoy the best of March, and especially that week. You guys got a lot of stuff going on. And I'll see you back here the following week after that. And if any of you are looking for me, you can always find me right here, right down on the beach down there. I'm always waiting and watching on the next high tide. Goodbye and thank you. Good night.